Welcome to Inside Sim Racing. I'm Christy Rankes, and this is our post-race edition about March on Michigan, which took place March 30th. I'm here with Darren Ganji. So I heard it came out really great.
It did. It was actually better turnout than we expected. And actually, I need to apologize to some folks out there because I made a little mistake in our GMT time. And it was an honest mistake because we get all this time zone changing.
Daylight savings
time.
Daylight savings.
Yeah. And daylight savings, I just found out, is like a week or two later
over there
in Europe.
Yeah.
So I had posted that the race started at 20 GMT, 20:00, and it was actually 19. So we had some people out of the States that missed the race. So I'd like to apologize to them and also apologize to people. iRacing made a little mistake on the back end and the splits were sorted by...
Not by qualifying time.
But by iRating.
Right.
So yeah, that caused a little bit of confusion and some people were a little upset about it, but overall it was a great event.
So we had about 800 participants, and the actual numbers for the events were 717 C-through pro licensed drivers raced in about 17 different splits, while 102 rookie and D licensed drivers raced in 3 different splits for a total of 819 drivers racing the Chevy Silverado at Michigan for 300 miles. 102 of those drivers went incident-free and are eligible for prizes. So we're gonna pull names at random for the 102 drivers that are eligible for those prizes towards the end of the show.
That's right, and the race was covered by ETV Live, and they covered both the top 2 splits. Right. And I'd like to thank them for doing a great job of covering those splits and being partners with us. So
yeah, definitely work with them in the future.
Yeah, for sure, and thanks guys for doing a great job. I actually stepped in the booth for a minute at the beginning of the race.
Cool.
So got to say hi to them and kick off the race. So yeah, overall it was a great day, and let's start with the first split.
Yeah.
Again, it was split by iRating, so that was a pretty stout field. It was a high strength of field race, and the driver that took that race was Dustin Montgomery, and he's a DWC driver and led 28 of the 150 laps in a field that saw such notables as Tyler Hudson and Byron Daly, and Dustin is one of those 102 drivers that are eligible for a prize.
Yeah, so maybe he'll win.
Yep.
So the second split was won by Brandon Trost. He only led 4 laps and had some slight contact as he tried to avoid a big wreck and was taken out of the running for a prize. Sorry, Brandon, we reviewed it and there was contact. I mean, you and Sean reviewed it as well.
Yeah, Brandon sent us a copy of his replay, and there was a case where he avoided a big wreck and the number 41 truck came down spinning and just clipped his right rear, and
yeah, it's unfortunate.
Incident's an incident.
Well, Darren, you would have originally been in the third split, right? And
yep.
Then that was based on your qualifying time, but then it turned out that it was iRating, so you were in the 6th. So how was racing in that?
Yeah, actually I would have been in the same split with Sean because Sean out-qualified me by a few hundredths of a second. So we would have been in that third split together. I was in the 6th. My iRating was like 2200 at the time. Sean was in the 10th split. So yeah, I was in the 6th split, and I had a blast. There was some great racing, and yeah, and actually it looked like it was going to be a long day when things first kicked off because we got a caution like on lap 8.
Right.
And then we had another caution about 10 laps in, or another 10 laps in. But then things started to spread out a little bit, and a guy named Lee Queen was the class of the field, and he just seemed to be up front.
Yeah, I mean, it got pretty intense. I mean, there was 3-wide racing there, so.
We had lots of intense stuff, lots of 3-wide racing, and I probably pushed it a little too hard once or twice.
Yeah, didn't you get hit from behind once or
twice?
twice?
I got clipped from behind once or twice. I honestly had a really good handle on the truck. It was loose, and we'll explain that term to you later. But basically, the back end was coming out on me, and that the truck just naturally was like that, but for everybody. So if you get hit in the back, it makes it even more intense.
Right.
So once things sorted out and got through those cautions, we actually had a long green flag run where we all pitted.
Yeah, I mean, you were a contender for the win, and you actually led like 9 laps. So what happened there?
So yeah, that was actually a little bit earlier. Led some laps. We got a caution came out, and Lee Queen and I were battling for the win at this point. Caution comes out. We both go in to do pit stops. We both got caught speeding at that point. So what that means, this is a little education for you. What that means now is we got penalized, and we had to go to so we all come back out, and we had to go to the end of the longest line.
Okay.
So on that restart after the caution, I started 15th, Lee started 16th. So we were contenders for the win, and then with 20 laps to go, we have to go to the back and basically start again.
Wow.
And pass all these trucks. So we had our work cut out for us. And Lee was fast. So a couple laps into that green run, Lee gets by me.
Okay.
And I just think to myself, okay, I'm going to follow him. And hopefully we can both get up to the front. He'll finish first, I'll finish second. Maybe we'll battle for the win. Well, I wasn't able to catch Lee. We were both able to get through the pack. Lee ended up winning the race, which was amazing. Came from 16th.
Back to first.
Back to first
Yeah.
in one green flag
Incredible.
run, won the race. I was able to get back up to 4th.
Still pretty good.
Yeah,
you know.
and yeah, I'm definitely proud of my finish. Had that close moment at lap 141 where
Yeah.
I'm trying to get up to the front, and that truck, and we didn't have a caution from that either. That guy lost it, went into the infield, and caution didn't come out. So overall, it was a great race and a lot of fun. Man, I got out of there. I was shaking for an hour after the race.
The adrenaline pumping through you.
Major adrenaline pumping. So overall, yeah, I had a blast. It was a great time.
Yeah, it definitely seemed like it. So we heard from Darren about how his race went. And so when we come back, we'll hear from Sean and how his race went, and we'll pick some prices. Keep watching.
The T500 RS wheel and pedal set from Thrustmaster, officially licensed by Sony in Gran Turismo 5 and designed for the most die-hard racing fans. It has unmatched power and precision, it's backlash-free, and totally responsive. With this wheel and pedal set, users will go farther than ever before in their racing experience. To find out where to purchase the T500 RS, visit www.thrustmaster.com.
Welcome back to Inside Sim Racing. I'm Christy Rankis, and I'm here with Sean Cole, who's about to tell me about his race. So Sean, you were in the 10th split there.
Yeah, I wasn't very proud of being in the 10th split. Darren and I did put a lot of time and effort. I mean, we were prepared. We had good qualifying runs, and
yeah.
I was hoping to be in the first split, but certainly second or third.
Right, and then you were all the way there at the bottom. So did you win?
That's a great question. Just get right to it, huh? No, I didn't win. I did qualify third place, and the leader of our race actually didn't start the race.
Right, that's right. Why do you think he didn't show up?
Maybe there's a chance that it was part of that GMT mix-up.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I hope not, and if it is, sorry about that. But that put me in second place starting the race, and looking good for the day, that's for sure.
Cool. Anything else you want to talk about?
Well, our race room was a great race room. We actually went about 40 laps before we saw our first caution. That allowed me and James Barber to kind of break away, and the two of us just kind of left the field way back there for a while. But then second through 10th place, led by Eric Martel, reeled us in. And we had a swarm of 10 trucks just in and out, inside, outside passing, going crazy for like 30, 40 laps until that first caution came out.
Yeah, I mean, you told me that you felt like you had a little bit of bad luck in your race. So
yeah,
what do you mean by that?
That came later. So just like that, we went on another long run. We actually had 2 green flag pit stops. And throughout all of this, I'm running second place all day long.
Man.
And just, I mean, everything's going right. Not an incident. Everything's perfect. And then towards the end of the race, about 20 to go, we had a final caution. And I came into the pits behind the leader and ended up getting a erroneous black flag, or at least maybe I did pass. I never looked at it, but I got a black flag, and that put me 1 lap down and at the end of the longest line because I also sped going down pit lane. So I kind of made a mess of everything, and then from there it turned ugly because now I'm caught in the back and I'm one of the faster trucks, and I'm out there and there was a injured 20 truck who came up towards me, and then I came down underneath and hit another truck. And
yeah, talk to me about contact. I mean, besides that one, did you hit did you hit the wall?
In the end, I had a pretty big wreck. Yeah, I came across that one, up into the wall, then Mike Welsh just hit me. He had nowhere to go, ruined his day. And from that moment, well, that was it. At that point, I was done. That was the end of my race.
Oh, man. Well, anything else you want to add before we go to prizes?
No. Well, you know what? This is our second year running this race. This is one of the most fun races all year for me. And, I mean, I'm not even a huge oval guy, but I so look forward to this. And from everybody I talked to, it sounded like everybody had a good time. One thing I didn't mention in my whole recap is Cody Hildebrandt went on to win our split. He
started from the very back.
Dead last. Yeah. Went through the entire field, won the race.
Yeah. Really cool stuff. So I think, Sean, it's time for some prizes.
Yeah, we have a lot of prizes to give away.
Yeah, absolutely. And in order to have been eligible to win a prize, you had to finish 149 out of the 150 laps without incident. So we had about 102 racers that are eligible. So let's get into it.
Yeah, and we had 11 prizes. So that gives you like a 1 in 10 odds if you
Yeah.
had 0 incidents.
Yeah, and so we got everybody's name out of, random assortment. So let's do it.
All right, you do the first prize.
Okay, so the first prize is Thrustmaster TH8RS shifter. That prize goes to EJ O'Rourke, finished 9th in the top split.
Then we have 3 $50 iRacing credits that we're giving away. The first one goes to the 3rd split, and he came in 16th place, and that driver was Justin Rosenau.
The second one goes to the 7th split, came in 4th place. His name is Christopher Carncross.
And the last $50 iRacing gift certificate goes to the 11th split, 10th place finisher, and that's Jerry McDonald.
So we go over to 2 Tamiya models that we have. 2nd split, 5th place driver Michael Sweeney wins the first one. 13th split, 4th place driver Timothy McFarlane wins the second.
Then we also have 2 different IGP manager licenses. This is for the full version of the game that we're giving away. The first one goes to the 19th split, 7th place finisher, and that's Tom Levy.
And the 18th split came in 4th place. Andrew S. Mickey gets the second one.
We also have 2 additional SimVibe Sim Experience licenses, and the first one's going to go to the 9th split winner, actually, and that's Michael Fox.
And then the 7th split, he finished 7th place, Kevin Trozawinski. And then we also have a Basterboard FL2 shifter adapter that's going to go to the 2nd place winner of the 6th split, Bo McGuire.
So nice selection of prizes, and a lot of guys out there got rewarded for really, the important thing, running incident free. We're always really pitching people, this is about fun. You got to finish to have a lot of fun. I didn't finish, and it kind of took away from some of my fun.
Yeah, definitely. So congratulations to all you 11 winners, and to the 20 winners of each individual split. Go ahead and reach out to Darren at InsideSimRacing.tv for your prize. You're all eligible for bumper stickers as well. So anything else you want to add before we go, Sean?
I just want to thank all of our great sponsors, all the great prizes we had forward. I'd like to thank iRacing for helping us host this great event, and I'd like to thank everybody who took part in it, because it was a lot of fun for most of the people out there.
Yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed our recap of the March on Michigan 300. I'm Christy Rangies, Sean Cole. Keep watching.
GT Chassis Racing Rigs provided by Human Racing. Go to humanracing.co.th.
Thank you.